Well, I'm joined by Jan Wozniak from Freedom Travel here on the Isle of Man. As you know, Thomas Cook's situation has been all over the headlines. And Ms. Wozniak, and I have to say, I do know you personally, and it's obviously tricky to talk to you on such a formal note, but you are part of that group. You've had signs up outside the door saying that you're shut. Lack of information is what's been happening. No one's been able to get in contact with you, and the hairs are running, aren't they? I know you've requested an interview to put the record straight. So first of all, let's get the situation quite clear. Freedom Travel Isle of Man isn't part of Freedom Travel UK, therefore not part of Thomas Cook, but it is enough to be affected.
Let's go back to how the formation is. Freedom Travel is the trading name of Freedom Travel Group. Freedom Travel Group was part of Cooperative Travel, who merged with Thomas Cook with their retails, which then call it TCCT Retail Limited. Hence, we were part of the Freedom, which is managed services, not the retail shops. Basically, we came under, could you say, we were independent, but we were involved with Thomas Cook. And basically every member or managed their own services were part of that Freedom Travel Group Limited. And
you on another interview, you said you're part of the computer system, so that's
what happened is, unfortunately, I was overseas on Monday morning. I always watch the news when I'm overseas to see what's going. Thomas Cook was obviously flagged. They had gone into liquidation.
Did you get any notification?
No notification whatsoever. This is what's been the problem. And basically, we then followed the news through. I was away, I called my office. My office said everything was okay. The next thing I knew, the systems were switched off. I called, as you would call, my next in line within the Freedom Travel Group. He said, well, we're going into a meeting with CAA, and hopefully this will be a 48-hour and we'll be sorted. Well, we always believed that Freedom Travel Group were independent, which we are. We've always been.
But on Monday morning, you had a sign on your door, did you not, saying you were closed to deal with the situation?
Well, yes, we did. And as soon as I got that through, the only people we could fall back, we have other members within the Freedom Travel Group. They set up a chat line, and we between us tried to sort the best way out of making our customers aware. At the end of the day, customers are paramount, and we wanted to serve that, but the fact was we didn't have any information at that time. We were told we were getting information, we didn't get the information. ABDA called a conference call meeting. There was 280 people within that meeting at 10 o'clock that morning. They were giving us advice of what they were going to do and what they weren't doing, consumers' rights and everything, how we could help it. We followed that all through. Unfortunately, you can appreciate when you go into those conference calls, they come a bit gobbledygook at the end, and it did. So I then, frantically from my hotel room, I tried every way possible to get through to my contacts to try and find out what was going on. Everything was on shutdown. It was absolutely devastating.
I understand. So that's how you've been caught up now. But the thing is, you've been shut since, haven't you? The doors to your place are shut. People have got holidays booked. They didn't seem to be that much information out there. Maybe I'm wrong, but would you say that people have been left in limbo a bit, or have you been contacting people about holidays?
I can say this is because we were waiting for an official statement come through. It was very difficult of what we had to say. It was very difficult to find the correct system to go through to act for the clients in best interest to make the claims. We knew that was going to happen. We know where to go, but we believe, because we were Freedom Travel Group, that the spokesman for the group on behalf of maybe Thomas Cook or whatever, would have been there to direct all the members.
So you've all been left in limbo?
We've all been left in limbo.
Where are we up to? People watching this who've got holidays booked with you. I mean, the Thomas Cook holidays obviously have gone. I mean, that's ceased. But you sell other products, right? Do you?
Well, there you go. Because the KPMG have gone in and frozen everything. They're the receivers, and of course our systems. So what happens now? within the branch and for anybody locally on the island, we have files on each of our clients. We know when they're leaving. Unfortunately, we cannot get on the systems because the receivers have frozen.
So you're contacting people who are tied up in this?
My staff, and I have to thank my staff, they've through this worrying time, because nobody knows what's there, they are working flat out, calling people, first of all, they don't have a computer system, so it's quite weird. They've got to go back through all their files, and they've got them all set out to call.
This affects your direct flights, which have nothing to do with Thomas Cook as such on your weekends.
No, well, sadly, because direct flights has always been my passion. We've been going for 20 years. It's not sadly, because I do believe there's light at the end of the tunnel, but at the moment, until we can sort out the bonding, which is every minute is changing, we are unable. What we have done is we've suspended our services.
Okay, with
we've
hindsight,
only suspended.
Do you think you communicated enough with people? I mean, do you think this front page of the newspaper and all sorts of things has
what
appeared?
What I will say is that the flight is going out and it's bringing people home.
Yes.
We haven't left them stranded.
But people going out this week won't be going.
But they've all been notified, and we thought every way possible. We didn't want, because everyone's read the press. Everyone knows what's going on everywhere. The hoteliers are closing ranks.
Yeah.
Our clients are all protected. We have an office out there that communicates with all our hotels, so that isn't fine. We do have direct flights coming out weeks
You think
ahead.
they may be okay?
We're hoping that they will, not the immediate ones, but we haven't closed.
Okay. What's the future for you? I mean, obviously the Freedom Travel name is now tarnished, isn't it? Because it's known as Thomas Cook. Will you have to just rebrand? Will you carry on? Is this the end of it? What do you want to do?
At the moment, my concern is our clients. I can only take this opportunity to apologise if we feel that we haven't communicated with them, but quite honestly, we didn't have the information actually until yesterday when we released the press state. All my staff have been taking calls on the system, getting back to the clients. The lines will be open.
I was going to ask you, what do people do now if they've got something booked with you? Do they ring your number?
Yeah, they ring the
and they'll get somebody answering?
If it goes into an answer, bear in mind the lines have been very busy. Yeah. The girls are working very hard, and I have to thank them. I have to thank all the team.
You've obviously booked Thomas Cook holidays. Those people have to now go through the administrator, right? Or do they still go to you first?
Well, they can come to us and we give direction. We hopefully will have a directive. We were supposed to have it any time now. Yesterday we had official notice from the CAA with the document telling us within the next 24 hours that we will be told the procedure. And
you haven't heard?
Well, I don't know.
Sounds like lack of communication is happening to you as well.
Yeah, well, exactly. The communication's been slow. In fairness, I've been out the office because I've had to sort out other business within the group, but it could come in any time now.
Should people, bring up if the holiday's next year? Should they just wait a bit, or should it be just for people who booked a holiday next weekend or something?
Well, anybody's going out imminently, yes, and they have been, and they're being dealt with. Our clients have been, our staff have been contacting them. If you've got a holiday booked that's going out, that is. Any of the passengers at resorts, they are being taken care of.
No stories about being shoved out of hotel rooms or anything like that?
No, our clients, we have had no stories back from our clients with regards to that.
Do you think there's a future?
Oh, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Obviously, it's been a big dilemma. There's lots to work out. There's the most paramount is our clients in the Isle of Man, our staff who have been absolutely paramount with everything.
But you'll be back.
But the doors haven't been closed.
They have been closed. That's the trouble.
Yeah, they have been closed, but they're not closed because we're there.
Right.
We're not a Thomas Cook.
Are your doors going to be open to the public to come in, or is it only phones?
We're looking at opening perhaps a few hours a day. We're just trying to, the phones at the moment, but the more information we get,
you can't take any new bookings, can you? I mean, that's the thing.
At the moment, it's frozen. The whole system's frozen. Right. I believe what you can imagine, the fall of Thomas Cook is enormous. Everybody's read that in the press, and of course, it's so much to go through, and we're just a small part in the whole. And of course, going to the Isle of Man because we're a member. But at the end of the day, everybody's holiday that is booked with Freedom Travel Group. It is ring-fenced, I believe. There is a bonding in place, I believe, and it's all we've always been told that they are separate from Thomas Cook, and that's the story. That is by surprise that on Monday that we were taken down with it. But we weren't taken down. All we were done, our systems were frozen, and they still are. And we are working frantically to try and we need it open so that we can service our clients. In the meantime, we have to go back to the old-fashioned way with pen and paper.